drama.
Black people, I think, are the most racist people in this country.
The resolution.
I will not let my skin tone decide who I am.
It's all new every day this May. Race haters. An aunt with outrageous beliefs.
It says in the Bible, we're not supposed to mix tribes.
When Chastity became pregnant with a biracial baby, her family pressured her to do one thing. How did you react?
The family thought it would be better for her to have an abortion.
She doesn't want her son to date outside of his race.
I just don't agree with him dating Asian women.
Can a son's love conquer a mother's hate?
I'm Filipino and Caucasian, not just Asian.
Is that okay?
No, it's not color, it's not anything, it's just not.
Can you promise me that?
No, you
can't. No, you can't.
Race haters. Daniel would do anything to be black.
I relate more to the black culture.
Erica would do anything not to be black.
All black men. They smell like what they cook. I don't know if it's the oils, the body chem. I don't know what it is, but
They smell bad.
I'm not into it.
Kashmir has two black parents, but tells people she's white.
Well, you're not white.
I am
You're
white.
African American.
No, I'm not
That's on your birth
African. I don't care what my birth
certificate
certificate
and-
say.
Okay,
And he literally wrote the book on racial self-hate.
Interracial dating has been going on as long as human beings have been on planet Earth.
Herman Williams.
Every single person
That's
on
true.
planet Earth has a little bit of Negro in them.
A controversial hour.
And I refuse to let my son get hurt by another Asian woman.
We got black
I can
women
take
talking
her.
to us like, what are you talking about?
I am African American and Native American and proud of it.
Today on Trisha. Race haters.
Black people are racist.
Today on Trisha. I would like to introduce my next guest, Herman Williams. Now, some of you may recognize him as being the brother of talk show host Montel Williams, but Herman is an accomplished artist and author of Memoirs of an Extraterrestrial, The Negro Conundrum. Herman says Kashmir's decision to abandon her race is, surprisingly, a pretty smart one. But before we get into that, Herman, tell me a little bit about your book. I've got to tell you, I've started reading it,
Okay.
and I get it, but
Okay.
just explain to everyone.
Well, the book is about a being who was born in the 1950s. And from the moment he came out of the womb, he realized that he was not from planet Earth, and but can't remember where he's from. And then his mother is white. His father is a Negro.
Right.
And immediately he recognizes that he can't stand Negroes, his father. And doesn't know why. And then as he grows up, as he starts to grow up, he then realizes that he's actually incarnated to Earth in the body of a Negro. And for some reason, it's the absolute worst thing that could possibly happen.
There's a lot of humor, but you also cover a lot of controversial aspects.
Well, let's talk about Kashmir. What a lot of people don't realize is that black culture is the sympathetic embracement of white racist ideology. Colored people, Negroes, didn't really start calling themselves black until 1966, 1968. The father of black culture, Stokely Carmichael, who was a racist and a segregationist.
When I grew up, I was born in 1957, and we were always referred to as coloured.
Coloured.
And I always felt more comfortable with talking of people of colour. Then all of a sudden I'm told I'm politically incorrect, I'm black.
Oh, yeah, I took a lot of heat. I've been called an Uncle Tom my entire life by people who had actually never read the book Uncle Tom's Cabin, so they didn't really understand what an Uncle Tom was. And Uncle Tom is someone who is protective of the so-called master's good and the master's money and the master's house. But what this whole concept, you're talking about pure race, and you're talking about you want your son to be to marry someone from his own race. Well, let's get the truth here. When the only reason that Negroes are in America is because of slavery, okay? Now, who started the only reason Negroes are on American soil is because of slavery. There were no Negroes here. Now, here's the deal. Once the Negroes were brought here, who were the first people to start all the race mixing? Their masters. They were sneaking into the slave quarters all the time. It was so bad that they did so much
Well, yeah.
They did so much that they basically changed the genetic structure of the population of the United States. There is no such a thing as a pure race, okay? Yeah. We are all multiracials.
Do you believe in interracial dating?
Interracial dating has been going on as long as human beings have been on planet Earth. Everybody has been. We've all slept with everybody.
The Romans slept with yeah.
Oh, and if you want to talk about evolution, our scientists say, hey, we all evolved from where? The continent of Africa. Yeah. And so that means that the very first beings on the continent of human beings on the continent of Africa had to have dark skin, which means that every single person on planet Earth has a little bit of Negro in them. Another thing I'd like to say to people who call themselves black, who I consider, black people I think are the most racist people in this country. Black people are the most racist people. What you were saying to your son is blatantly racist. Okay? Black people are racist.
Call it what you want, babe.
Here's my point.
Call it what you want.
Now, what about Daniel, who says he feels that he's a black man in a Jewish body?
You are, I believe, you've had some past life experiences, and many of your past life experiences have been in the body of a Negro. And that at this point in time, the fact that you were here and that you embraced the culture means that you are the bridge. Like, you are the future.
So that's
you are the future. You are the future. The baby boomers, please hurry up and die off with all this racist attitude. You are the future. The future of this country is multi-racism.
Thank you.
We are multi-racial.
All right, now, next to Daniel, we had Erica.
There isn't a man in here that would want to date you right now. There isn't a man, black, white, green, yellow, nobody wants to date you because you have a bad attitude and you're walking around talking about people smelling. You just need to sit down and just get your head together. You need to see a psychiatrist. You actually need therapy. And I don't care how many experiences you've had with one or two or three black men. Your own father, you said, is a black, quote, black man. And so you totally need some help. And I think you should go get it. I'm not even going to address your issue.
But everybody else judging me, everybody else should be on this stage
your
as well.
Your issues are nonsense.
But everybody else
Just
judging me, everybody else should be on the stage as well. Why, how can you be able to judge me and I can't be able to judge anybody else? This is my preference.
I'm only judging you by what you're saying. The words coming out of your mouth show how much of a foolish person that you are.
So why do I gotta abide by yours?
Your words are showing how much of a foolish person
But why do I gotta abide by your opinion?
It's not my opinion. How many people agree that she's a foolish individual?
Nobody has to agree. Once again, and everybody else should get on this stage, and they have a problem. Obviously, they sound racist too, so they should get on the stage and say what they have to say.
Thank you. Thank you. Coming up, a no-holds-barred audience Q&A.
Your son will do whatever he wants. He has a beautiful girlfriend that he is happy with. I will not let my skin tone decide who I am.
Race haters.
Black people are racist.
Today on Trisha. Does anybody have any questions in the audience? Anybody has? Oh, okay. Yes, sir. What's your name?
My name is Christopher.
Okay, what did you want to say?
I don't really have a question for him. I have a question for the lady that has the mixed children. I feel that her aunt that's saying that the cliques and all that they're not going to click with other people. I'm here with a bunch of different people that are all different races, and we're here together.
Can you stand up, the people you're with? Where Aunt Ty was saying that kids in school stick to their own cliques, that's not every school. Is that what you're saying?
That's not every school, and that's outdated. And
I guess it depends whereabouts in the United States you are. What's your name?
My name is Elijah. So I have 3 comments for the mother of Devontae, the aunt.
Aunt Ty, yeah.
And the young girl. Your son will do whatever he wants. You are going to have to get used to it and just accept it. He can do whatever he wants. He has a beautiful girlfriend that he is happy with. You are going to have to one day accept that he has preferences.
Aunt Ty?
When you said, stick to your tribes.
Yeah.
My face back here. You couldn't see it from up there, but it just got stank. I mean...
What is your tribe? Can we ask?
I am black and Native... I am African American and Native American and proud of it. I was raised saying black, and it is what I'm used to, but that does not define me. If I will not let my skin tone decide who I am.
My question to you is, why, like, we are multiracial in this country. Like, the day of pointing fingers and saying, you're black and you're this and you're that, really, the new generation, children that have been born in the 1980s and 1990s, they will not be talking like this, okay? They are over it. It's the adults, it's their parents who are still stuck in the past and trying to put this whole racist bullcrap on people.
Up next.
They never considered Negroes to be human beings. And so there's never been a moment in this country when the Anglo-Saxons who run this country ever wanted to see a Negro as anything more than a slave.
Okay, audience, I want to hear from you. Who do you think is lying and who do you think's being truthful? Race haters.
Black people are racist.
Today on Trisha. I want to come to the lady in purple here.
I've lived long enough to have been called colored,
Yes.
Negro,
Yes.
black, and African American. I've gone to segregated schools, I've gone to mixed schools, but I have not allowed that to define me. I want to say to the mom, I have children too. I have a son who reminds me so much of your son. But he was raised to, you know, whatever he wanted to do, as long as he loved people and he had my guidance, accepting himself as he was, he's going to choose whoever he wants to choose, and it's just up to me to love him and accept him for him.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah. Stand up. Yeah.
My name is John. I just had a question for you.
Yeah.
In regards to the Negro problem, what about, Newtown, Colorado? These things are committed by, other individuals.
Yeah, but you have to understand. Here's what I'm saying. I'm not the one who creates this stuff, okay? Here's the deal. If you look at what these cities are doing right now, there's more activity going on moving blacks out of the city. Like in the 50s, you had white flight because all the Negroes were moving into the city. And so then all the whites left and went to the county. And now what you have is now the cities are actively and as we speak, moving the Negroes out to the county so they can get the whites back into the city because they are tired of these little Negroes coming into the city and causing problems and jacking people up and stealing from them and beating them up. And so what I'm saying is, I live in a city where you have unmarked cars riding around with little scanners on the back, and they are riding around scanning in the black neighborhoods, scanning any car, because there's an algorithm that says if we stop 100 black people, 35 of them are going to have a problem with their record, and we can arrest them on spot. And so that's what's going on right now in these cities across this country. There is a war going on against blacks right now in this country. And the only way that we can actually get beyond that is for us to start embracing the fact that we are Americans and we have a Constitution that protects us and a Bill of Rights.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Now, we've got to wrap it up soon. I've got to say it's been amazing, and I recommend Herman's book because in the book your guy is an alien coming to,
Right.
And I feel very much like an alien because I find the in quote-unquote African-American culture as alien because in Britain we don't have that. We don't have a word for people who are black in Britain. We're British. We don't have... it's alien to me.
Right. That's something that was started here. This is something the Anglo-Saxons put on here.
Well, I have
because
kids.
they never considered Negroes to be human beings. And so there's never been a moment in this country when the Anglo-Saxons who run this country ever wanted to see a Negro as anything more than a slave.
But it's
and so that's
changing.
why we have ghettos, because ghettos are an extension of slavery.
Now, you've held that candle.
I have this candle because...
Just end on that. What is the candle?
All right, if you can imagine that this candle is the flame, I can't light a flame on this, but this flame is the creator, okay? And every single one of you had a candle, all right? And everybody in this building, every single one of you could walk up here and light your candle from this one flame. And let's say this is the creator. Now I'm going to ask you, the flame on your candle, on your individual candle, is it any different than the flame right there?
No.
It's all fire. The only difference between me, you, and everybody else here is the covering over that flame. Let your light shine and forget about what you are on the outside.
Thank you very much. On that note, we will be right